Hello everyone, this is Ingrid again. I'm coming to you with a video on a bunch of cards that I made, and I wanted to share them with you. Here's a card that I made using one of my Martha Stewart punches and some red cardstock. And this piece right here I cut out with the Cricut, and then I cut this piece of paper out of, I believe it's I don't think it's Graphic 45. Oh no, it is. I'm sorry. It is. It's Domestic Goddess. There it is. It's Domestic Goddess from Graphic 45. And I cut this piece out. I glittered the words. I distressed the edges, and then I backed it on black cardstock and layered that on top of this doily that I have back here that I cut out with the Cricut. These fleur-de-lis there, those were cut out using the Cricut as well. And it's just so beautiful. And then I just added some of these dewdrops in different colors with some hot glue. And then where it says Farmer's Market and then there's a number there, that I actually cut out of the Domestic Goddess paper line. And I just made like a little banner out of it. And then this piece here that you see is from a scrap piece of paper that I just made a little banner out of. And then this piece here I cut out using the Cricut, just like a circle, and I distressed the edges. I also inked the edges, and that there is basically like a wooden stamp that I used. And up here, those little gray pieces of paper that look like banners, those were just, again, scrap piece of paper that I cut out in the shape of a little banner, and I just added them, I stuck them in through the sides. This is a stick pin that I made using some of the glass beads. And this here, this black little shape here, was cut out using the Cricut. And then I cut this Good Times word out of another paper line. I believe it was DCWV. And then I popped that up on some pop dots. If you could see, it's very dimensional. So you see the pop dots in here, but there's also pop dots in there as well. Let's back that up. And then when you open it up, I just made like a little pocket here. I put some more of those fleur-de-lis from the Cricut. This was from DCWV paper line, and I thought that the colors went very well. This was also a scrap piece of paper that was supposed to be for the garbage because it didn't have the other side to it, but I figured who cares, you know. You could still understand that that word is supposed to be memories, even though the first M is cut off. This here I cut out with the Cricut, and I stamped it with that same stamp from the front, that I used in the front, and I inked those edges. So that's one of the cards. Then moving along to this card. This card I used one of the Martha Stewart punches to cut out the bottom. I didn't do such a great job because you could see I made a mistake there. And then this here is a Recollections flower, very beautiful shimmery flower, that I put on top of this flat daisy, the big one, and I used a lot of different shimmer sprays on that. I believe it was Lindy Stamp Gang and Glimmer Mist. This piece here was from one of those sprays that you get during the holidays, and I only had a little tiny piece left, so I just snuck it in there with some hot glue. This little leaf here was a sticker. This Here is some pearl bling. This chipboard button was from the DCWV collection. I believe that, no, that's not DCWV, I'm sorry. This is Webster's Pages. Yes, I'm so sorry. That's what that is. And it even comes with this pretty rope and in this color, so I just added it there. I added some feathers. I added a little rose here. And this piece here is a plastic glittered piece that I just added there. There's some of that from the floral picks that I had mentioned from before. Here's another pretty, very beautiful feather. Has a lot of greens and browns, gorgeous. And this piece here that you see, this was from a scrap. This was a scrap from a project that I cut out with the Cricut, and it just had that shape. But I liked this piece here, and I thought, well, I don't want to throw that out, so let me figure out how I'm going to use it in another project. And that's actually how this card came about, because I really like to use up my scraps. I have a ton of them. And then here is a butterfly from one of the companies. I don't recall if it was Recollections or Prima. I'm not really sure. A lot of the times I take things out of the package to store it away, so that's why a lot of the times I'm unable to tell you the exact product line, because most of the time to store my stuff away I just take it out of the packaging, and I really don't have that much space. This paper line here is from one of the small mat stacks from the DCWV paper line, and it's already it has embossing on it, very beautiful. This was just a sticker from one of the collections. And then this here, this beautiful maple leaf, that I cut out, I fussy cut from one of the DCWV collections. I do tend to use a lot of DCWVs. Even though I have Webster's Pages, I just love the way the DCWV papers come glittered already and everything. This I cut out from one of the paper lines, and I used the Martha Stewart punch on that, the leaf punch. And this is just the strip of the paper from the front that I had an extra piece left over, so I just added it there. This was cut out from the Cricut. I inked the edges, and this is just a little sticker that has some beads attached to it already. So I really like the way this project turned out. This particular paper, this cardstock, is textured cardstock, and it's very, very pretty. It lends itself very well for the for the fall projects. So I hope you like that. Thanks for watching.